it's Teresa, and I am back again this Wednesday for another Conversations from My Couch. Hi, I'm Teresa Yankin. I am a leadership coach and consultant. Every Wednesday, you can find me here on my couch or on a couch talking all things leadership. So let's get started. So like last week, we talked about our leadership visions. Deb had asked me like what exactly a leadership vision was. And it's how you see yourself and how others see you as a leader. So today we're going to talk about how do you realize that vision with your dream. So how do you build the gap? How do you bridge the gap between the vision and the team? As leaders, we're tasked with creating a vision, something for our teammates to get behind, for us to accomplish something for organizations. And it can be a daunting task to get people on board to something that's out in the future when they're really living in the here and the now, right? They've got challenges of their everyday. They don't have the data they need. They don't have the tools they need. They don't have the organizational support that they need. So, they're struggling to get things done all the time while we're creating this vision. So how do we bridge that gap? For me, I love using Agile, and I'll tell you why. Agile is a methodology that's used in IT of how people are self-directed, and the power goes to the team. It supports coaching in so many ways, and I absolutely love using Agile in a business setting. Why? Because it helps me realize my vision. Number one, it breaks things down into attainable goals and actionable tasks. So I can cast a vision and then my team breaks it down. How are we going to accomplish this? What are the places that we need to do? What happens next? Number two, we can address challenges right away to keep momentum moving forward. One of the biggest killers of any project is getting stuck. So in an agile environment, you have the freedom, or the team has the freedom to move forward if they run into a blocker. So they can continue to wait for it and move on to something else that they can accomplish and then come back to it when you as the leader unblocks it for them. So they know the parameters of what they need to do. They've defined their work so that they can move forward. Absolutely love that, right? We keep moving forward. We never get stuck. And number three, it's we celebrate small wins. So we create recognition and reward opportunities for our team. From an IT perspective, it's called a retrospective, like where you sit down and you go over, did you meet your goals? What were the good things? You give kudos to one another. We can incorporate that in business all the time. It's the way that we talk to one another, how we communicate. If we've run into a problem and that problem's been moved or that blocker has been removed, making recognition to that, making recognition to the team that they've gone ahead and done something well. One of the things that can happen though as a leader is that we run into an area where we're always casting a vision and we never really think about that. We never really think about where our team is sitting right now because they're living in the here and now. Like an example that comes to mind, like, and I don't know why, but I think about like when you were a kid and like you were on a team when you were younger. Do you remember like how absolutely crushing it felt? Because like all week you practiced that skill, right? Like you did that thing every week. But then when you got to the game, like you stepped up to the plate and you weren't thinking about that skill that you practiced all week. You were thinking about winning the game. I think we carry some of that subtly as leaders, as we carry that into the way that we lead, right? Like for our teams, we're like, oh, do the everyday, but always look at the vision, always look at the vision. This is what we're going to accomplish, right? We're in a sense, like kind of bringing that same sort of culture. Like our teams are practicing on doing this one skill every week. But then at the end of the day, we're always telling them like to look at the win, right? Like not to take a step and hit the ball. We're telling them to like focus on winning. And that I think is somewhere where we as leaders can really take a step back and think about it. So, how are you bridging that gap from vision to your teams living in the now? What are you doing to bridge those gaps? Again, I love Agile as a way to do that because Agile really is a framework that's structured to help teams to be self-sufficient, helps them to have ownership in what they're doing, engagement, and gives them that recognition and reward that everybody needs to get a job done. So, absolutely love being here every Wednesday. I will catch you guys next week. If you guys have any questions, want to talk about a specific leadership issue, thank you again, Deb, for talking about leadership vision. And you can hit me up on my DMs. You can find me on Facebook. Connect with me on LinkedIn. My gosh, absolutely love having connections on LinkedIn. And I will catch you guys next week. So, catch you on the flip side. Peace. Have a good one. Bye.